Okay, so I'm so excited. Our second webinar. We are getting it done. Woo! This is fun. All right, so I'm super excited that you guys are with me tonight. And so we are going to be doing our training for the rest of the month of May and into June about our whole idea with 31 of 2-10-1. So those 2 parties a month with 10 buying guests at each party and 1 new recruit per catalog season. And of course, we want to have more than that, but that is where we are going to be focusing all of our training. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about a success mindset with 2-10-1. Okay, so the success of your business has everything to do with you. Everything to do with you. So as a business owner, it is totally up to you to give it your all, day in and day out. There's nobody telling you what to do or when to do it. You're your own boss, which is fantastic, but it also means that you have to make sure that you can stay motivated. You also have to know how to encourage yourself to overcome obstacles and, of course, keep driving towards your goals. It's all about your mindset. If you have a winning attitude, you can overcome obstacles and use them to motivate yourself to push forward and succeed. The key is knowing why you want to succeed and being prepared to sacrifice things that will stand in the way of your ability to work diligently for what you want. So our goal for our call tonight is to help you create that winning mindset so that you can enjoy the success for which you're striving, the success that I know you can all experience with 31. So, starting to create that mindset starts with defining your why. This is step 1. Your why is the reason that you get up in the morning. It's the reason that you started this business and the reason that you give it your all every day. Specifically defining your why and referring back to it oftentimes, especially when times are tough, is a very important strategy in helping yourself overcome obstacles and reach your goals. Super important. Of course, with 31, we call this our why, and we try to encourage all consultants to identify their why when they very first join 31. But one of the things that I like to call it is also your spoon. And for those of you who have been to any of my meetings or trainings, you know that I love children's books. And I really feel like children's books can teach us everything that we need to know about life, and they give us very, very valuable life lessons. And so one of my favorite children's books is called Spoon. And in the book, the main character is a spoon, and he is comparing himself to all the other utensils in the book. And he's constantly looking and wishing that he were something else and looking to all the other utensils and saying how they're so much better than he is. And I kind of like to think about that spoon as our why, because when you think about a spoon, you think about who you are, what makes you unique, what sets you apart, what made you want to give 31 a try. Not why somebody else asked you to do it, not why it's great for somebody else, not somebody else's success, but why did you want to do this? I also like to think about the game of spoons, and I love to play spoons. I'm super competitive when I play spoons, so you better watch out if you're ever playing a game of spoons with me, because I like to win. But if you've ever been engaged in a game of spoons, especially if you've been in a game with me, you know that during that game, people totally come unleashed. It is fun, it is crazy, it is wild, and you will do anything that you need to do to get that spoon. It's kind of like musical chairs. People are all over the place. They are taking risks, and they are just, literally leaping across the table to get that last spoon. And that's the same thing as your why. It's that thing that stirs you way down deep. It's what really, really is going to move you. So let's talk about what is your why. So we have a little activity here that we're going to do that's going to help you. So there's 3 categories that are listed. And I want you to look at these 3 categories and jot these down. And then I want you to write down 3 top reasons that you want your business to succeed for each category. So for example, you're going to give 3 reasons that you want your business to succeed for yourself, 3 reasons that you want your business to succeed for others, and 3 reasons that you want your business to succeed for 3 other reasons. So altogether, you are going to have 9 reasons. So definitely I want you guys to take a second, write down those 1, 2, and 3. You don't necessarily have to write those 3 reasons out tonight, but I definitely want to encourage you to each do that to help you define your why. Okay. The second step towards creating a success mindset is to tune out the negativity and commit yourself to positive self-talk. Successful people are positive people. Successful people are positive people. I will say it over and over and over and over again. And I will tell you that, my success with 31 has not been because I am some amazing, fabulous salesperson. It's not because I'm any different or any more blessed than any of you. I will tell you, though, that when people ask me why I have been so successful in this business, my number one reason is that I stay positive. I am positive no matter what is happening. I choose to celebrate all the time. I choose to celebrate what is and not mourn what isn't. I choose to be positive. And not only do I choose to be positive, but I choose to surround myself with positive people. I choose to be around people who I know are going to uplift me, encourage me, support me, and keep me in that positive mindset. And so being successful really means maintain that attitude of positivity. Now, does that mean that every single thing in my life is great and wonderful and I'm happy about everything that's happening around me? No, absolutely not. I have had my fair share of tragedy, disappointment, all kinds of things that I could be very, very, very depressed and negative about. But I choose to be positive. Every day I choose to be positive. Now, naturally, am I a positive person? Probably. I feel like I was probably born that way. But I'll tell you that even if it doesn't come naturally to you, it's still possible to develop that skill. It's an essential component to having a successful mindset. So as long as you believe in yourself, you can succeed. You have to learn to tune out the negativity from others by creating positive self-talk, developing a mantra, and reminding yourself of your own strengths and accomplishments. So the good thing is that each of you, of course, we know, has an amazing set of strengths and skill sets. And you want to know how I know that? Because each of you were made in the image of God. And he is not a loser. He is fantastic. And he is full of amazing, fabulous strengths. And so I know that each of you come to 31 with a phenomenal skill set. You each do. If you're not sure what that skill set is, I would really encourage you to figure it out. There are lots of books that can help you figure out what your strengths and skill sets are. There are some great fun quizzes you can take. You can do strengths finders. You can do standout. There's some fun books that will identify your strength areas. And they will tell you things that you bring to the 31 table that are going to help you rise to the top. So I would really, really encourage yourself to focus on the things that you're awesome at. It's great to celebrate your awesomeness. You want to totally embrace it and go with it. So I would really encourage each of you to make a list of all the things that you're awesome at. It's great to do, and that's not being pompous or bragging. It's just declaring how awesome you are and what you bring to the 31 table. An activity that I recently did with my leaders was something we created called an I am statement. And I had them each create their own I am statement. And so they had to declare things about themselves that was making a proclamation about how they are confident and called for leadership in this company. And I will tell you, for some, I think I don't think it was hard to do, but it definitely came a little bit more easily. And for others, it was difficult and painful for them. And took a long time for them to be able to write those positive things about themselves because we are our own worst critics. But it's very, very, very important to remind yourself of your own strengths, your own accomplishments, to turn the negativity off and to commit yourself to positive self-talk. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to do a little exercise here. And here is where you're going to number your paper from 1 to 4, little piece of paper there, or take a little screenshot here so you can do this later. And you want to write the answers to these 4 statements. The first is identify what's trying to pull you down, both thoughts of your own accord and opinions of others, because we both know that not only are we our own worst critics, but we also do heavily think about the things that other people tell us and the opinions that others have of us, whether true or false. Number 2 is for every negative thought or opinion listed, replace it with 2 positive thoughts or inspirational quotes. This is definitely something that you're going to need to write down. Number 3, write down 1 inspirational thought every day. And number 4, write down 3 positive things about your everyday life. And so every day, you're going to write down those things. Now, this is a journal that you can keep, so I would definitely write down these 4 things that you're going to keep track of. And so maybe not all the time you're going to have something that you're going to put for number 1. So you might not always have something that's pulling you down. Days where things are just going along, great. But those days you still want to make sure that you're writing down inspirational thoughts and 3 positive things about your life, okay? So you want to choose to focus on those positive things. So keep that positivity gratitude journal. I will tell you that I love to get an online devotion. I read a devotion in the morning. I love inspirational quotes. I love them. I just find them powerful. There are certain Bible verses that resonate with me. There are certain pictures that I see on Pinterest or on Facebook, and I love them. And you'll see that oftentimes I'll post them. I print them off. I mean, my bulletin board is a crazy mess, but I'm constantly trying to feed myself with positive thoughts so I can maintain that positive mindset. Okay. The next step in creating a successful mindset with 2-10-1 is to make a plan. Have you ever heard the saying, those who fail to plan, plan to fail? In order to achieve a success mindset, you have to know what you want and you have to make a plan to get it. Your plan should include short, medium, and long-term goals, as well as the steps that you're going to take to achieve them. Your short-term goals can be steps to achieving your long-term goals. So let's classify a timetable for each goal. Short-term goals are those that can be accomplished in 1 month. Medium-term goals can be accomplished in 6 months, and long-term goals can be accomplished within a year. So here are a few examples. A short-term goal would be I'm going to increase awareness in my community about my new business. A medium-term goal would be I'm going to increase my sales by 31%. And a long-term goal would be I'm going to take my family to Disney with my 31 income. And you can be even more specific about these plans. So I'd really encourage you to make yourself a goal worksheet with 3 columns. You want to list your short-term goals, your medium-term goals, and your long-term goals. You want to fill it out and put it where you can see it, because that will help to make sure that those dreams become a reality when you are constantly reminding yourself of those goals. Make a plan to get there. You want to write it all down. Be as specific as possible. Okay. Step 4 towards achieving that success mindset is accountability. So once you set your goals, you need to share them with a friend, a family member who will cheer you on and be honest with you. Definitely, I would recommend that you each find an accountability partner that's going to help you to stay on track. And in turn, you can help them stay on track. So you want to make sure that at least 50% of your daily time is spent on achieving your goals. And I would say that probably it needs to be more than 50%. That is definitely the minimum. You have all heard me talk about having a board of directors, or at least I've maybe hope that you've heard me talk about that. And basically, that just means that you want to surround yourself with people who have like goals and who have a like mindset and who will really be that accountability for you. Those people are going to be able to say to you, hey, really, why are you focusing on that? Or why are you spending your time thinking about this when you should be focused on this? You want to have all different kinds of people on your board of directors. You want to have those people who are going to help you dream big. You're going to want to have those people who are going to help you stay realistic. You're going to want to have those people who are going to help you stretch yourself. You're going to want to have those people who are going to be running the race with you. So I would really make sure that you're looking at the people who really you feel are going to influence you, encourage you, empower you to reach those goals, and have them help you not only create the plan, but also hold you accountable. So at the beginning of each week, I would definitely map out your schedule. You can, of course, use paper and pencil. You can use an electronic calendar, whatever you need to do to plan ahead. But you need to know what your schedule is going to look like for the coming week so that you can make sure that most of your time is spent on things that will help you to achieve your goal. So, of course, the next part of that, in order to be accountable, you want to share your schedule with your family, your accountability partner, and anybody else who's going to help you to stay on track, because they can help you ensure that your time is being used wisely and in a lucrative way. So I know you might say that and say, oh my gosh, Courtney, seriously? No, really, seriously. If what you're doing in your 31 business is not income producing, I would probably stop doing it. So don't spend all day, every day, stamping catalogs and doing things that aren't going to be income producing. Now, of course, we know that some of those things, obviously, you have to do it, but you need to find a way to maximize your time. If you tell me, hey, Courtney, I really want to promote and I really want to make an average of $2,000 to $3,000 every month with my 31 income, I would say absolutely, that's not going to be a problem at all. So in order for you to do that, you need to, one, make sure that you're having at least, I would say, 4 parties a month. And number 2, you need to be recruiting at least 1 to 2 people every month who are also going to be partying 2 to 4 times a month. So then if you tell me that the way that you're spending your time is listening to 31 minutes calls, although those are fantastic and wonderful, that's not income producing for you. An income producing activity would be you connecting, talking to people, planning for that next amazing party, getting that new girl to join your team, sharing the 31 opportunity, training those new team members of yours, holding them accountable, having them come to your parties with you, getting on the phone and making booking calls. Those are the things that you want to be spending your time on. Okay. Step 5, use visualization. This is the next step towards achieving a success mindset. So you want to make some think about it packets, and you can hand these out 3 times a day. Now, this is something that I don't currently do in my business, but I will tell you that these are some things that I used to do early on in my business, and I do know several consultants who still do this to really share the 31 opportunity. So in that Think About It packet, you can put things, obviously, definitely the Living Your Dreams brochure, a recruiting flyer, the income disclosure, which I feel is super, super powerful. You can also put things in there like a piece of chocolate or a tea bag, a bath busy, something to help that potential recruit relax while they're reading the information and thinking about what's in there. And then I want you to think back to high school. Probably maybe, your senior yearbook and your class voted for people who were most likely to succeed or the most likely to accomplish this or accomplish that. Well, here's an interesting way to get your hostesses and party guests involved in your recruiting efforts. At your parties, you're going to ask your guests to vote for, whatever their reason, who they think would be, who there at the party would be the most likely to succeed as a 31 consultant. You want to have them write down that person's name, and you want them to turn that in at the end of the party so that you can help them visualize what their life would be like as a 31 consultant. Hand that Think About It pack out to them. Visualize those people on your team. Make it powerful. Think about those women and what the 31 opportunity can do for them. Okay, that next step, okay, sorry, here we go. We're still talking about visualization. So we often say that what we experience is based on what we expect and how we view ourselves. It's as if our brain is subconsciously wording and telling us what we imagine. So we want to make sure that we're using our own subconscious to help propel us down the correct path. So that's why it's so important to do those Think About It packs so that you are thinking about the opportunity and you're thinking about what that opportunity can mean for other people. And a success mindset really will require you to see yourself reaching your goals before you actually get there. And this really holds true for recruiting. The best way for you to catapult yourself into a successful position is to imagine other people on this journey with you, to visualize yourself out there, connecting, engaging, and the people's lives who are going to be changed. So you want to do this. In your mind, picture yourself reaching each of your goals, and then write down the following: what it will look like, what it's going to feel like when you achieve each of those goals, and what will happen because you have achieved your goals. So you want to be very, very detailed in your pictures, okay, in your descriptions. So for some people, it might be better for them to draw something because usually we think in pictures and not necessarily in words. But you definitely want to be very, very specific in what we put here for visualization and really visualizing yourself in those events, like your party, handing out those packets, creating those packets. Visualize yourself in those experiences. Okay. Step 6 is that you want to have a plan for when you fall. Of course, we know that there are going to be setbacks. It happens no matter how positive you are. It's just part of life. So how you react to the challenges and setbacks will be a huge factor in your ability to achieve your goals. That's what really matters. It's important to see your mistakes as detours that will help you get where you want to be more quickly. And, we talked about creating those lists of 100 no's where you go through and you mark those off. And you mark off those 100 no's because every no gets you a little bit closer to a yes, okay? So I would really, really encourage you to think about what has been a time in your life when you have had an experience that you viewed as a setback. And then ask yourself how that experience helped you grow, improve, and change. Think about those areas. So I'll give you an example for myself personally. I, several years ago, went through separation and ultimately divorced. And I will tell you that I was devastated, absolutely beyond a shadow of a doubt, just almost completely crushed, devastated. I just didn't know how I was going to make it through. I just couldn't believe it was happening to me. The whole Cinderella bubble, it was a major setback for me. It was huge. I had my son. We just moved into a new house, and I thought, are you kidding me? I'm working 65 hours a week, and I've got my son, and we're in this house, and how in the world could this be happening to me, and how could there ever be any good in this? Well, I will tell you that because of that experience, which of course I wouldn't wish on anybody, my relationship with my son grew and was strengthened, and it was amazing. My relationship with several of my friends, it was unbelievable. The friendships and the just how they were so much more enhanced, and they were so much richer because of that experience. Some of the friends that I had before I went through that experience, we were close, but during that experience, they were there for me like I can't even tell you. It was unbelievable. And it has created a new level of friendship that we are still experiencing today. And this is, many, many, many years later. And it really changed me for the better. I learned that I'm okay, and I can be okay by myself, and that I'm strong, and that I'm independent, and that I can make it through, and that when I fall, I can stand back up again, and that I can love somebody else again, and that I'm going to be all right. So even though it was a huge setback, it really helped me to define who I was and help my relationships on all different parts of my life. When I look back, things were made better because of that. Now, while I was in it, was it great? No, I was a mess. I was crying all the time, and I couldn't eat anything, and I lost a bunch of weight. I mean, that actually was pretty good back then because I was really skinny, but I will tell you what, I was a mess. I was a mess. I was a mess. But now looking back at that, I see how the Lord worked through that experience and then used it as part of his plan to perfect me. It was awesome. So I would really encourage you to kind of look back at a time when you've experienced that, and then know that the next time that you experience something where you feel like, oh no, this isn't so good, don't worry. Don't worry, because it's going to be okay. And mistakes are just detours that are going to help you get where you need more quickly. And sometimes we wouldn't even call them mistakes. They're just obstacles, challenges, things that happen. Okay. Step 7 is focusing on excellence rather than perfection. And I don't know if you guys have heard this lately, but, you really, we hear people say you can be anything that you want to be. Well, that's actually not really true. You can really be the best you. You can be the best who God made you to be. And so I wouldn't focus on being perfect because nobody's perfect. So if you try to set yourself up for perfection, you're just going to set yourself up for failure. Because even the most successful people didn't get where they are without making mistakes, because nobody's perfect. But what you can focus on is being the best you that you can be. You can be a better you than you were this morning. You can be a better you than you were yesterday. And you can be a better you tomorrow. So you want to celebrate your personal and professional victories, big and small, and always continue reaching for more. You might be your own worst critic, but you also have to be your own best cheerleader. It's huge to cheer yourself on, because a lot of times, ladies, I will tell you what, you're the only one who will. You need to cheer for yourself. You need to celebrate all that is. And you need to make sure that you stay positive and focused on all the amazing things that you're doing. Because really, you are an amazing person. You are bound for greatness. There are fabulous things in store for you with your 31 business. And so I would really, really encourage you to focus on those personal and professional victories and to be your own biggest cheerleader. So here are a couple steps to help you focus on excellence instead of perfection. The first is that you want to establish what needs to be done today and write it down. The second is that at the end of the day, you want to ask yourself, did I do my best on each item on my task list? And then, of course, what could I do better the next time? That's a really difficult question for a lot of us to ask ourselves, because sometimes we just want to check it off. We just want to check it off the list. We don't want to ask ourselves, hey, could I have done it better? Could I have maybe paid a little bit more attention to whatever it is? Because a lot of times we just kind of want to get through it. But really, to achieve excellence, to focus on excellence, you want to make sure that you're always asking yourself what you could do a little bit better the next time. And then number 3, which is so important, is to reward yourself. You have completed activities, you're doing amazing things, you're continuing to grow as a person, personally and professionally, and you want to make sure that you're rewarding yourself for giving you your own, for giving your own. I was going to say, be the best B that you can be. Be the best you that you can be. So I would really encourage each of you guys to sit down, make a list of all of the amazing things about you, how fantastic you are, how awesome you are, what are your strengths, what are the amazing skill sets that you bring to 31. Write down your why. Why are you doing this? What are the 3 reasons that you're doing this for you? What are the 3 reasons that you're doing this for your family? And what other 3 reasons are you doing this business? Ask yourself those questions. Choose to focus on positive things. Choose to spend your time around positive people who are going to support and lift you up. Choose to focus on excellence and not perfection. Choose every day to do something that is going to help you achieve your goals. Because you are the CEO of your business. You are. I'm not your boss. Ellie Ricketts isn't your boss. Annette DeSanto's not your boss. Cindy Monroe's not your boss. You are your own boss. And that's why this business is so amazing. Because really, when you align all that you are with this amazing company, the tools, the skill sets that they have, and you really focus on what's important and how to achieve the next step, you can do it. When you set that path down, you will be able to have not only a success mindset, but experience success in your business every day. So in order for you to achieve 2-10-1 and get it done, you need to make sure that you have 2 bookings on your calendar. You need to ask yourself, do I have 2 bookings on my calendar this month? Have I already submitted 2 parties? Have you? Think about it. Some of you guys maybe are counting how many parties on one hand, and other ones of you are going, oh, no, I haven't. Okay, and then my next question will be, do you have 2 parties scheduled this month? Do you have 2 parties on your calendar? And for those of you who do have parties that are still coming up, I would say that's fantastic. I think that's amazing, and I'm so excited because I can't wait to hear about that. And then for those of you who maybe don't have those parties on your calendar, I would say, okay, what do we need to do to get those parties on your calendar. What are we going to do? How's that going to happen? And I'll tell you that what you've got to do is you've got to ask. Now, of course, you don't want to ask in a way that's going to turn people away, but you definitely want to make sure that you're asking, because chances are sitting, wishing, waiting, and wanting for a fabulous party, that's not necessarily going to give you a full calendar. You have to ask. Okay, the second thing we're going to talk about with 2-10-1 is the 10 buying guests. If you want to have 10 buying guests at your party, what do you need to do? You need to focus on your hostess coaching. And how do you make sure that your hostess coaching is amazing? You schedule a call with Courtney Hawkins, or you listen to our fabulous calls on hostess coaching, and you watch our videos on hostess coaching, and you make sure that you are hostess coaching that hostess to success, and that she will have 10 buying guests at her party. And then the one, how are you going to make sure that you have the one? Well, the first thing you need to do is you have to believe in our opportunity. You have to believe in the product, and you have to believe that 31 really can help you achieve your dreams. And so that means that you do need to spend some time thinking about those people who 31 will be right for. And you need to share that opportunity. Create those think about it packs. Visualize what it's going to be like when you're handing those packs out, when you're answering those questions. Put yourself in that moment. And continue to share the 31 opportunity, because you never know who it's going to be right for. And when you do all those things, you're in a mindset for success, and your business will be on the road to success. And we're going to be celebrating, encouraging, and rewarding you all the way. It's going to be so great. Okay, let me see if I can click here. Ta-da! All right, now, how do I do this? I click here. Okay, let's make sure you guys are still here tonight. Okay. Let's see. Stop screen sharing. And there's Annette rocking it out. Hi! Okay, can you hear me? Can I hear you? Why? How?
I can hear you.
I can hear somebody.
That was Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. How come I can't hear anybody else?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can we hear you?
Did you hear me?
I hear you. I'm so excited. Kelly Ricketts, I see your big eye. Where are you?
I'm trying.
Nancy, where are you?
Okay, so before we have a little bit of 31 fun here, who has a question about our success mindset call tonight? Anybody have a question or a thought? Hi, Nancy. Hi, Diane. Hi, Kelly. It's a Brady Bunch. Such a good time. Anybody have a question? Everybody just wants to play on the computer.
One of my girls asked if you were going to. One of my girls asked if you were going to post the notes, and I told her yes tomorrow on the Facebook page, right?
Yes. We'll post that, and we'll also post this webinar. But if nobody has a question about the actual webinar, I'm probably going to stop the recording. They don't have to watch us, although this is probably the best part.
It is the best part.
Right? It's so good. Annette, where's your hair?
Behind me, when we put it on?
Yes.
Now, I heard Annette put makeup on before the webinar tonight.
I heard that too.
I didn't really.
Yeah, you did. I didn't either, Kelly. This is me after a day. Hi, Shannon!
Hi, Shannon.
What's going on, Miss Michigan?
Nice.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I do have a question.
Yes!
Okay, so when you talk about having a board of directors and a accountability partner, whatever. It's really hard for me to do that because I don't live close to you guys. Like, it's hard for me to find somebody up here.
Right. Okay, well, here's the good news. My board of directors, none of them live here. Nope, none of them are local. None of them live by me. I mean, not that I don't love you guys, but my board of directors, none of them are local to me. So that is the good part. So your board of directors needs to be like, let me see if I can point. Like Nancy and Annette, Allie, Diane. Yeah, I would say, if you have, it doesn't matter where they are, because really it just needs to be somebody who has those same thought processes, people who can continue to keep you on that path for success. So it's okay if they don't live near you. I wish you lived here in Florida. You want to move here?
Let's do it.
Adam, I was just going to move there for the winter.
All right, maybe we'll just come back to Michigan. I mean, I do want to come up there and see you. But no, I think it's okay. If they're not local, that's totally okay. So I would really just encourage you. Who wrote "You aren't the boss of me" over there? I'm just now seeing that. You aren't the boss of me. Who wrote that?
That was
I think just to find those girls who are going to encourage you and to keep you focused on what you need to stay focused on. So when you think about this business and you think about people who get your butt in gear and make you do it, who is that?
Annette. She probably doesn't believe me about Annette.
Annette. Good. Okay. So, Annette, you need to be having calls with Annette because she will get you in gear. You need to talk to those people who are going to kick your butt and be real with you and say, girlfriend, let's do it.
All right. Ninja, Ashley Coleman, who's not on here tonight.
Yes.
right, exactly.
Blue Ninja. Yes.
Yep.
Very wise Blue Ninja.
She's not that far from me either. She's like 4 hours from here, so
Why are you
could
guys
connect.
not hi?
I don't know. We just haven't gotten that far.
Well, you need to get it going on. That's a homework assignment.
All right, I'm getting off this.
Get on. Don't go.
My husband's telling me I have to be quiet. Waking the kids up.
Oh.
Shannon, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so the comment that I wrote on there, it didn't all come out when I said, I am a fabulous hostess coach. Did I actually? Yes, I did. Yes, repeat after me. I am a fabulous hostess coach. Okay, so you did. Because I think that that's really important, and I think it's very in keeping with what Courtney had to say tonight, that, when there's things that we're not good at, and then we say it out loud, and it tricks our brain into believing that that's true. So you have to yourself, I am a fabulous hostess. I'm the most amazing hostess coach ever. Hostess coaching comes very natural to me. And just keep telling yourself that, and it will.
Okay. Yeah. Shannon, it's all good, girlfriend. You got all good things going on. I was just talking about you the other day. Who was I talking to Shannon? Who was I talking about Shannon to? Was it you, Annette?
Oh, yeah. Like last Friday.
Yeah, I was saying how awesome she was. See? It's a sign.
Yep.
You are awesome, Shannon. Seriously, you're amazing. And we're here to, rah-rah you and get you going.
I do have good stuff going on.
And the Blue Ninja girl, we got to get her on here, too. Where is she?
Where is the Blue Ninja?
I don't know. Our Blue Ninja we're talking about is Ashley Coleman. She's our Blue Ninja.
Oh.
Did I stop the recording? Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, it's all good. Yes, come to Michigan. I do want to come to Michigan. I see somebody's comment over there. I went to school in Michigan. I went to college up there in Grand Rapids, and I love it very much. And I have been really thinking about it because I want to go up and see Shannon, hang out with her. And we're gonna go to.
We have a good time.
We're gonna go to Yesterdog, and we're gonna go to Lunch Cantina still open.
Yes.
Is it gross?
And the cottage bar.
Oh, yeah, cottage burgers and cottage fries. Next CNC. far. Annette, Kelly, you guys want to go to Michigan?
Yes.
Trip, trip. Go. What else is going on with everybody else tonight? Lilacs are in bloom. Probably the tulips, too, over there in Michigan. Bianca says, let's take a field trip on Friday to Michigan. It takes about 24 hours to drive there, and I'm not flying. So we're going to fly there, but it won't be Friday. I mean, drive there, but it won't be Friday. Oh, but here's a fun story. For those of you guys who don't know, I don't really like to fly. So I made friends with Annette, don't laugh.
Be here for one day.
I made friends with a flight attendant. You remember her, Annette? Guess what? We're Facebook friends. Placed a 31 order for me. Dude, we talked on the phone. We're like best buds, me and my flight attendant. Isn't that awesome? I also met a potentially new dentist. I mean, I didn't ever go see her, but I did meet her. Remember her too? Great. So I'm not flying. Yes, question.
There's one.
I put a question in about a hostess having 10 guests. Do you give an extra incentive to hostess for reaching that goal? No, I don't. Do you, Kelly?
I have. When they started out small, and then I've coached them in the last 3 or 4 days to get extra people there, and if they do, I'll give them a special prize or whatever. No, and it's like nothing, but yes.
And that do you? Can't hear you. Now you're muted.
You're muted. We can see your lips moving.
Yes, I was muted, sorry. I said only if it's needed, like if they're 2 or 3 people away and I just, I know that they've got people and they haven't been calling or something, I gotta feel like that they're not calling, then I'll encourage them maybe to give them an extra goodie to have 10 people there so that, if they get those extra 3 or 4 people, I can do that. But I used to, but I don't do it anymore.
For me, I don't give gifts, but I'll tell you, and I think I just saw somebody over here in this red put it. I started meeting with my hostesses in person about 1.5 years ago, and I do all my hostess coaching with them. And so it serves a bunch of purposes. One, it's my first real time to connect with them. They love it because it gets them out of the house for a few minutes, and it's nice and quiet. So we'll meet at Starbucks, and I'll give them a cup of coffee, buy them a cup of coffee, and we're just sitting down, hanging out, chatting. And so I'm able to really get to know them, and then they're also able to get to know me, and it's a comfortable, casual time. Here's the other thing that I figured out is that a ton of my, not only consultants, but also my hostesses, they're on the love language spectrum, they're quality time girls. And so that totally fills their buckets. When I'm sitting with them at Starbucks, I'm face-to-face with them. I'm going through the catalog. I'm finding out what they love. I'm talking to them about the guests that are going to be coming to their party. I'm helping them create that list, and I'm letting them know exactly what to expect. Because when you don't share the expectations with somebody, if you don't tell them straight up, they're either going to have no expectation at all, and they're going to mess it all up for you. I don't know how many of you guys have ever been to a party where the hostess sabotages everything by showing everybody around her house or taking everybody to the next door neighbors to show them the new pool or whatever.
Yeah.
They sabotage it when there's no expectation. Or they are petrified. They're petrified. They don't know what to do, and so a lot of times that fear will either drive them to cancel, or they're going to want to postpone, or they're going to have self-doubt, they're not going to have fun, and that is not what we want. We want for it to be super simple, super easy, and super fun for our hostesses. We want for them to know that a party is going to be incredibly rewarding, incredibly easy, and we want them to know exactly what to expect. So for my hostess, I always tell them, hey, listen, I'm so excited to come party with you. This is going to be amazing, and you're going to get all these awesome products for free. All those things you just talked about, you're going to get them for free. Look, we've got a free Franco bag right down here in the corner. Okay, so you're going to get all of those things for free. I want that. So in order for you to make sure that you get everything on your wish list, you got to make sure that your party sales are way up there. So look, this is what we're shooting for. We're shooting for that $1,000 party, that $1,200 party, so you can get those 3 free hosted items. You set that expectation up for her when you tell her that if a guest can't come to the party, that she needs to know how to fill out an order form so she can get that outside order. When you let her know what that monthly special is, she's going to do it. I mean, my hostesses now, I'll tell you what, they're hysterical. They come in with these outside orders, and then my hostesses they're basically trying to hostess coach my new hostesses that I booked off of right there because they know the expectation. They know what I'm going to do because it's always the same. So it's hysterical because they'll say to me, well, Courtney's going to show you exactly how to do that, and she's going to show you that you have to fill out the order form this way, and she's going to show you the monthly special flyers, and when you need it for coffee, she's going to go over this with you, and it's going to explain this. And then if you can get these many orders, you're automatically going to have $500 before the party, so don't go through it all for you. So when you take that, when you take the guesswork out, when you let her know exactly what time you're going to be arriving, exactly how long you need for your party presentation, exactly when you're going to be closing the party, when you let her know everything that's going to happen, and you set the expectation, and you tell her, we're going to have 10 buying guests at your party, and we're going to create a wish list with a guest list of 40 people on it, and so you're at least going to have 5 outside orders because you know not all 40 people are going to come. So you're going to have at least 5 outside orders, and you're going to have at least 10 guests at your party. We're going to set you up right there for a fabulous show where you're going to be rewarded. She'll do it. She will do it every time because you're going to tell her what she needs to do. You're going to walk her through it. She's going to be comfortable, and by this point, you guys are connected, you've bonded, she's going to love you, you're going to love her, you guys are going to be just big old hugs and loving, and it's going to be great. I mean, I will tell you, I don't know about you guys, but I was just thinking about this yesterday. This is amazing, and this is not to brag, but it's a little bit braggy. So I apologize if it comes out braggy, but it's awesome. Within the last 2 weeks, honest to God truth, I have gotten 6 thank you notes from hostesses. Me, they're thanking me for coming to do a party for them. Who does that? Who writes the consultant a thank you note and says, thank you for coming and doing my party. You're an awesome consultant. Who does that? I have never experienced this in my almost 7 years of 31. But I'll tell you what's different is that I am genuinely, intentionally connecting with these women. And it's not just about a bag with their name on it. It's so much more than that because they feel valued and they feel special and they feel I'm busy writing them thank you notes and then they're writing me thank you notes. The best part is when they put confetti in it. That's the best part because they know I love to put confetti and stuff. If I have one right here, maybe let me reach to my bag and see if I can reach one. Seriously, that's craziness right there. So it just goes to show that when you're making those connections with people through that hostess coaching experience, sky's the limit. Okay, I just got one yesterday from Katarina. Let me see if I can find it. It's on non-31 stationery. I'm going to have to talk to her about that. Karina. I just thank you so much for the wonderful 31 gift party. I so enjoyed spending the afternoon with you. Really? Who writes that? Thank you so much for everything and for being you. I look forward to my next party at 31 order. Okay, this is from a hostess. You guys see that? For real. This is for real. This came in the envelope. In the mail. There it is. To Courtney Hawkins. This is just one. That's because I'm connecting with these people. It's amazing. I'm telling you guys, seriously. It's good stuff right here. I'm not even kidding you. Amazing or what? That's good stuff, right? Is that good? Really? I wish I could find another one. I would read you another one. I got 2 from one hostess because she rocked it out. She just had me 6 notes. I probably should have not said 6 notes. Well, it really was 6 notes.
Go, Kelly.
Good. Okay. Great question. All right. Where Courtney says they're having a hard time hearing. Hi, sweetie. I don't know why fuzzy. It's still 31. That says unmute if you're not talking so the sound goes away. I am unmuted.
Maybe it's the bad weather up north.
We can figure out how to do this. It does sound like wind. Okay, I think I can unmute people now. If you raise your hand, I think I can unmute you. Let's try it like that. Can you guys still hear me? Okay. You can hear me. Kelly, you look beautiful. That's what Nancy wrote. All right. Who has some more? To raise your hand, click the My Mood on top. Okay, I just have to say that Bianca's on the call tonight, and she did that all on her own, and I love her for being on here tonight and making sure I know what I'm doing. That makes me so happy. Some serious brownie points going on right there. Okay, questions? Net's camera went away. Oh, hi, Jared. Nancy's too. Jared is Bianca's boyfriend. Shannon says, who's Jared? Jared is Bianca's boyfriend. It's Susan's son. You guys all know Susan. That's how I met Susan. Bianca says he's the luckiest man in the world. I love it. Okay, so we're rocking out that hostess coaching, ladies. I'm serious. I'm not playing around when I tell you got to do that hostess coaching in person. I'm not joking. I'm telling you, that's a game changer right there. And when you are really out there connecting with people for real, on a real level, I'm telling you what, it changes everything. So your hostess coaching experience, your party experience, what happens after the party experience, your relationship with your new consultants, it is phenomenal. I raised my hand, but now no camera. Wait, where's your hand? Oh, wait a minute. Wait. How can I tell if the hand is raised? Oh no, somebody help. Bianca, help me. On the contacts list. Okay. Can't see where a hand is raised though. How do I know? Just raise your hand. I can't see. I don't see where the hands are. How do I unclick? I see the contact list, but I don't see a hand next to your name. I see. No, I didn't close it. I see the names. It says Courtney Hawkins. It says Cheryl. It says Anna. It says Annette. It says Bianca, but I don't see anything else. I just see a name. It's Natalie. Someone has a question. Yeah, type it in, and I will and I'll go from there. I'm talking to all those people. They're all watching. Can you say hi? Hi. I did. I muted it, but I'm supposed to be able to unmute when I see people's hands. Bianca says, hi, Natalie. Well, they can't because I muted them, so they have to just listen to us. What should we tell them? Okay, question. Talk about hostess coaching. That's what Annette says. Does somebody want to hear something different?
Who?
Or I can keep talking about hostess coaching. We keep talking about hostess coaching.
Who wants to talk about me?
Okay. Okay, so we are, no, they can hear you, so you need to be quiet. Okay? Okay. So, I'm just gonna, Franco wants to say hi to your beautiful girl. Look. See him right there? Wave. He's gonna wave at you. See, he sees you. Because they can see you just like you can see them. Isn't that fun? So fun. He says, what's her name? This is Natalie. They're watching. Okay. So, hostess coaching. Okay, so I'm going to go back and talk a little bit about hostess coaching. Yes, so Kelly says that live hostess coaching changed her business. Well, it did for me too. So for those of you who couldn't necessarily hear before because it was all windy in the background, so what we were talking about was that about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I started doing all of my hostess coaching live and in person. And I know, Kelly, you do the same thing, right? Nod. Yes, she does the same thing. Okay, so definitely I make sure. Okay, so Shannon asked about struggling with getting them to give her time to hostess coach. Okay, for me, they don't really have a choice. So this is the way it works, okay? So somebody books a party with me, okay? I don't take my hostess packets to my parties with me anymore. So somebody says to me, hey, I want to have a party. So I'm going to go back. Friday night I had a show, and I booked a party at that show, and the girl said she was so excited, and she said, I want to have a party, and I want to do it this summer, and when are you available? And I said, well, it depends, but let me check my calendar real quick. What were you thinking, like a weeknight or a weekday? And so she said, oh, no, I'd love to do, a Friday night, because usually what happens, ladies, is that whenever you're having a party, that the people who are booking a party, they're going to book it that same night that they're at a party, because obviously that's a convenient night for them. So that's pretty typical. So this party was a Friday night, so this lady obviously wants to book on a Friday night. So she tells me she wants to book on a Friday night. She wants to do June. Well, I only have one Friday available in June, so that's the Friday that she's going to have to do it if it's in June. So I say to her, I can do such and such a date. She says, that's great. So she says, what do I do next? Okay, so my previous hostess, because she knows, she says, oh, Courtney's going to meet you, and she's going to tell you everything you need to do, which is exactly true. So that's what I'm going to do. So then I say to my new hostess, her name's Samantha, so I say to Samantha, okay, so tell me the best way to reach you. Is it best for me to contact you phone, text, email? What's the best way for me to get in touch with you? And she says, text. Usually that's pretty typical these days. So I say, okay, fantastic. Well, I would love to meet with you within the next 2 weeks so that we can sit down and talk about all the details of your party to make sure that you're going to be set up for success. So she says, excellent. So I say, hey, do you work? And she goes, yeah. So I say, where do you work? And then she tells me where she works. And I said, oh, that's awesome. What do you do there? And she tells me, so I'm finding out all about her job. And she's telling me, and now I've also learned that she works a 9 to 6 job. And then she's really tired on the weeknights. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe this isn't going to be so good. Maybe it's going to be better for her if I meet her in the morning, or if I'm meeting her at her lunch break, or whatever. So I would say to her something like, oh, okay. Well, that sounds awesome. Well, I would love to be able to meet you at Starbucks. Is there one that's convenient for you on your way home from work, or is a Saturday morning better? Whatever's best for you, I'll totally work it in your schedule. And so then they kind of start to do the little you say, oh my gosh, totally on me. It'll only take about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, well, they always stay longer than 15 or 20 minutes, because I'll tell you, once you get them there, they don't want to go. So they'll say, oh, okay, great. So Sam, who's having this party, she says to me, oh, no, I would love to meet after work sometime. That would be great. I said, okay, fantastic. So what's the best Starbucks location for you? So right there, she's already scheduling a time. So I said, okay, well, I'll text you to confirm. Okay, now, I've not handed her anything. She's not going to get a hostess packet from me. She's not going to get anything until she sits with me. So one, I want her there. The second part of it is that, you hear about hostesses who cancel or they're kind of wishy-washy. Well, here's your first tip. If they can't commit to meet with you and to find out the details, right there, you know that you're already going to have an issue because maybe she's not going to send her invitations out or maybe she's going to kind of wait. So we want those hostesses who are so excited that they can't wait to meet with you because they want to learn more about what you're doing, about what you have to offer. So, yes, Kelly says she's met people at Chili's, the Ale House, her house, the coffee shop. Yeah, wherever it's best for her. Now, I'm a typical Starbucks kind of girl, but whatever works for you guys. Now, I used to, at the beginning, I would go to the hostess's house because I thought, well, maybe that's going to be easier for her. And sometimes that might be the best place for her. But what I found is that a lot of times she's afraid that if I go there, her kids are going to be screaming in the background. She's not going to have time. So it's easier for her to meet me after work or maybe after she's dropped the kids off at daycare or whatever. So really, whatever's going to work best for you. So the key is that you want to connect with her. Genuinely, intentionally, you want to connect with her. So for me, I'll say, hey, we did Starbucks such and such. And so then we've got it all confirmed. It's all set up. So one of the things that I do right after my parties is as soon as I get home from my parties, I always make sure that I'm friending all the guests that were at the party. So it's one of the first things that I do. I do that even before I close out the show usually. And I let all of my party guests know that at checkout. So I'll say to them, okay, they're going to check out for me, and then I give them this little card, and it tells them that I have a customer hostess group on Facebook, and that I'm going to friend them on Facebook so that I can keep up with them. And so I tell them, hey, are you on Facebook? And they say yes, and I say, okay, well, I just want you to know that I'm going to be friending you, and I'm going to invite you to be a part of my closed hostess and customer group. I would love for you to be a part of that, so kind of be on the lookout for my friend requests. Now, not everybody accepts my requests. I think they're crazy, but no. They don't, and that's okay. Not everybody, that's okay. But I still make sure that I'm still friending them. Okay, so some of them will say, oh, I don't really use Facebook that much or whatever. I'm still going to go through the process. Some of them don't have Facebook accounts. It's totally fine, whatever. So then when I get home, I'm going to friend them. So, of course, we know Facebook is a great way to have that really quick informational meeting. So it's not really a great way to build a strong connection, but it's a good way to communicate information. So then once I friended her, then I can very quickly say to her, hey, it was so great to meet you. I can't wait till, we get together at Starbucks. I'll confirm beforehand. So I can kind of make sure that I'm connecting with her that way too. Totally natural because it goes with part of the, coaching that we've got going on anyway. So then when that hostess coaching time comes, I'm going to take my hostess coaching packet. I'm going to sit with her with that hostess coaching packet, and I'm going to go through the contents of that packet with her. I'm going to talk with her. I'm going to get to find out about her job and about her kids and about what her favorite 31 product is. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start making that guest list together so that she knows that she's not alone. And I'm going to explain to her that it's totally normal, that if she creates a list of 40 people, that usually if you invite 40, you're going to have 8 to 10 show up. So I want her to know that if she only invites 10 people, if one person shows up, that's pretty much how it goes, or 2 people show up. So she needs to know that. I put a sample order form in there so that I can explain to her this is how you fill out an order form. We talk about the monthly special. I tell her how the monthly special is going to increase her volume and how that's going to get her towards that next level of hostess credit and then those hostess exclusives, of course, that we want her to get for free. So she's able to see all of those things right in that hostess coaching time that we have together. So she sees how we can together work to make sure that she reaches her goals as a hostess with 31. So once we've established that, it's great because they love it. And then what happens is at her party, she's talking to her guests about, hey, when Courtney and I met at coffee, we're already chums, we're friends. We're hanging out at Starbucks having coffee together. We know each other. So then when somebody books a party from her party, it's normal when I'm talking about Starbucks, and so the previous hostess is going to say, oh, yeah, we went to the Starbucks on such and such, and so that way she's going to feel that it's just a normal part of what's going on. It's just going to be a normal, it's going to become just part of your way of work. So it's going to be one of those things that you put the expectation out there, this is what I do, this is where we meet, this is how it goes, and she'll do it. So I think that what ends up happening is if you say to her something like, hey, I was thinking maybe we might want to meet, or, I would maybe want to try this. Well, she's not going to know, and she's going to sense that you're kind of feeling, not really sure what you're going to do. So she's going to kind of feel like, not really sure what to do. And so everybody kind of goes into this thing together, and nobody's really feeling comfortable. So you have to be the one that says to her, hey, and you're excited, and you're positive, and you're upbeat, and then you're going to move forward. Now, the only exceptions, of course, are going to be if you have a hostess who is 6 hours away and you're doing a catalog party or a party to go, or really if there's some kind of situation where she really cannot meet, but you know that she's going to be a fabulous hostess for you, then I would say it's okay. Now, even repeat hostesses, I'll have people say to me, oh my gosh, you have repeat hostesses a lot of times, do you meet with them? Well, for us, it's like girl time. I mean, we have so much fun when we're meeting together. We have so much fun when we're meeting together at that Starbucks appointment. We can't wait to get together to do it. It's so fun. So for those girls, they're like, let's do it. Let's get together. Yeah, absolutely. It's fantastic. I love it. They love it. And it does. It creates that connection with them that you can't have that connection in a 5-minute meeting at a party when you're handing them a hostess packet and then you call multiple times to do check-ins with them. I don't do any of that. So once we've met, they know what the expectation is, and then the next time that they hear from me is the day before their party when I tell them, hey, just a reminder, I'm going to be there at such and such a time. I don't even ask anymore how many people are you expecting at your party because I know that we're going to have a great turnout, and they do. I mean, I'm telling you guys, my party turnouts are great, the buying guests are great, outside orders are great, they're sending me thank you notes, which is great. It's good all the way around, really. It's awesome. You have a group of girls that live an hour away, and it's hard to get together with them, but at this point it seems like it would be worth it. Oh, absolutely. I would totally drive over there. And what I would do is, Shannon, if you have a group of women and they have each been hostesses for you, I would try to, knock it out. So, I mean, you might be on a total caffeine high by the time you come home, but I would try to, schedule their parties within a time frame that you can meet with 2 or 3 of them so that your drive, that it's worth it. But really, if you're to drive an hour to end up having a $1,200 or $1,500 or $1,800, $2,000 party, it would be worth it. And then to get bookings off of that, it would be worth it for you to do it. Absolutely. Yeah, and it gets them super, super, super excited. Yeah. Ellie says, when you first said it, I was working full time, and I thought, no way, but I tried it, and it was so amazing that I do anything to make it happen. Yeah, really, once you start doing live hostess coaching like that, I don't think you'll ever go back because it's so rewarding. When you get to meet with those women, really, it's going to be rewarding for them, and it's going to be rewarding for you. Really, truly. It's amazing. And what it does is it totally sets the tone for the party. Because when you step foot in that person's house, you're not just the consultant showing up. You're a friend. And they love that. And I will tell you that these hostesses, I know that they're working hard because they want our amazing products. They're working hard because they don't want to disappoint me. They know that I've set an expectation, and they're going to hit it. They're going to do it. They're going to be a top hostess. They're going to do it because we have a relationship now. And I want to celebrate them like crazy, and they want to celebrate me, and it's all good. Really, it's all good. So tell me this. Right now, I have one of those cancel and reschedule all the time hostesses. How much energy? No, do not put much energy into her. I wouldn't. Because there's plenty of hostesses out there who are not going to cancel or reschedule. They need to be knocking down your door for a party date. I mean, really, you guys, we have an amazing product. We have unbelievable hostess rewards. And there are tons of people out there who are buying products and who love to hostess parties and who want to be celebrated and rewarded and encouraged. And you are worth more than canceling and rescheduling. And your time is very valuable. So absolutely. I mean, of course, you don't want to totally write her off, but at the same time, I would say to her, hey, you let me know when it's a good time, when you are ready, and we'll go from there. Because if she's not committed, it's not worth chasing it, because that's going to be one of those parties where you show up, and then there's only one person there, and then you're going to be discouraged and upset, or it's going to be barely a $200 show. Nobody wants that. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I want to work smarter and not harder. So for me, I would rather have 2 to 3 $1,200, $1,800 parties than to have 6 little $200 parties. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And it doesn't mean that I don't think that those hostesses and her friends aren't valuable. I think that they are. But I also think that there's a lot of women out here who are ready to rock it out with some big old parties. And I'm going to go to those parties. That's what I'm going to do. And those other women, they can place orders on my website. That would be fantastic. Okay, now I want to get more about home parties on the book. Just about every party this month, hostess wanted to do catalog, but I'm using Lori's catalog party tips. Okay, so she's talking about getting more home parties. Okay, so absolutely, yeah, you do. You want to definitely make sure that you get home parties. And what's going to happen is that once you start up and you have a few home parties on your calendar, you're going to be able to book parties from parties. Look at my cute husband. He just got home from his meeting. See him back there walking? He came to get Natalie so he can go put her to bed. So everybody says hi today. I'll say hi, Bob. They can see you and hear you. He says hi. Now he's going. So definitely you want to get those home parties on your calendar for sure. So what I would really encourage you guys to do is if you don't have a party on your calendar, it's okay. You know what? I've been there. I have had months where I haven't had parties on my calendar. I don't know anybody who hasn't been there before. But the only way to get a party on your calendar is to ask. I mean, really, it's not just going to fall in your lap. It's just not going to. So if you want a party on your calendar, you can get it, but you're going to have to ask, and you might have to ask a few people. Sometimes it's not just one person or 2 people, or sometimes you have to ask a few. But what happens is that once you have that committed hostess, once you have that hostess who's so excited, you're going to have such an amazing hostess coaching experience. You're going to have such an incredible party experience. She's going to love it. Her guests are going to love it. You're going to be booking parties from there, and I will tell you what, you're going to be in business, and this is going to be so good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. And these hostesses, they're going to love you. You're going to love them. It's so good. That's what I'm talking about. Your next party can be the one that blows your business wide open. Absolutely. You're right, Kelly. And I have been saying for years, and this is so true, it only takes one hostess to change the course of your business. One amazing hostess can change everything for you. One. And she's out there. So you just got to find her. You just have to go find her. And the best way for you to find her is to talk about your amazing business, to carry your cute products, to make sure that you're out there and that you're marketing your business, that you're marketing yourself, that you're making sure that you're connecting with people. That's the best way to do it. So I would tell you guys, I think that, I would not say anything bad about going to any kind of vendor event or anything where you're getting to meet with people, but you just want to genuinely connect with people, because when you're genuinely connecting with them, you're going to find out about them, they're going to find out about you, and it's going to be a mutually beneficial relationship, and they're going to want to host. They are. Okay, a lot of women who want to do an open house style party. Any tips on how to get the most out of it when you're really, okay. So here's the deal. Open house style. Okay. The only time that I do open house style parties is if I'm doing my own open house in between season parties. Open house style parties, it seems like they're good, okay? But I will tell you, it's not, because there is not an opportunity for you to share all of the things that you need to share about the 31 opportunity, okay? So you want to share booking seeds because you want to book parties from parties if you want to keep your calendar full. You want to share the opportunity, the business opportunity, okay? Because, of course, that's life-changing. We want to make sure that we're really, really talking up the customer special so that we can increase those party sales. We want to make sure that we have a great opportunity to not just do that personalized shopping with each guest who's at the party, but also that we have an opportunity to really showcase our products. I mean, it's so important, the party presentation. Now, I do not encourage a 2-hour, 1-hour, 45-minute long party presentation. We're talking 25 to 30 minutes tops, but it's so important, I think, to have that party presentation experience. So once you do the first one. And of course, you're going to be able to set that up in your hostess coaching, because when you meet with her, you're going to tell her exactly what to expect. Hey, I'm going to show up at your house at 6:15. Your party starts at 6:30. I don't have any party set up. So I'm going to be putting my bags over just to the side. I just do whatever room that you want to gather your guests in. As soon as your guests get there, about 6:30, I would encourage you to go ahead and let them get something to eat or drink. And at about 6:40, we're going to go ahead and gather the guests in. I'm going to do a party presentation that's going to last about 25 minutes. It's super simple, super easy, super fun. It's really going to make sure that we're going to maximize the entire party experience so we can get everything that you want on your list. Your guests are going to have a great time. After that 25-minute party presentation that I do, we're going to have some personalized shopping experiences where your friends are going to get to touch all the products and play, and I'm going to be able to make recommendations for thread choices and font colors. And then I'm going to do one-on-one checkout with everybody. And during that time, that's another great time that you might want to, kind of refresh the refreshments or whatever. And then I'll be out of your house 2 hours max, in and out. So they know exactly what to expect. Keep the snack simple, everything what to do. So I think that it's so important that once you set that experience up, any parties that you're booking from that party, those customers know that you do a party presentation. So during that next hostess coaching experience, you're going to be able to say to her, hey, this is what I do, and she's going to know that's what you do because she was at a party. And then from there on, she's going to be able to see that that's the way that you roll. So what happens when you have that hostess who you've done parties with her before and she's adamant about an open house party? Okay, so what I would do is I actually have one hostess who has been with me from the very, very, very beginning. In fact, she was one of my Start Slow hostesses. And she does open house style parties, but I'll tell you what, she rocks them out because she's not had one that's been less than $2,000. So if she can do it, if it's going to be $2,000 or more, I know, right, Kelly? She's amazing. Okay, so anyway, her name is Sandra. So Sandra, her open house style parties are great, but the reason that they're great is because the people that she invites, they know the purpose of the party. So she has been very, very, very clear about the expectations. They know they're coming, and they know they're coming to shop. Okay, so for me, I try to make sure that I maximize what I'm doing when I'm at her house. So she still knows that it's within a definitive time frame. She knows that I'm going to be in the same room with the food, period, because everybody's by the food. So I'm going to be with the food, okay? She also knows that part of the expectation is that I'm going to be mingling and talking to her friends as they're there, because the shopping experience is why they're there. So if you are going to do that, you definitely want to be by the food. You want to make sure that she knows there's a start time and an end time. You want to make sure that she's been very clear with her guests that this is a shopping experience. This isn't a come by, have some food, and then leave without buying anything. This is not what we're doing. This is your livelihood, okay? And then the next part of that is that I would absolutely encourage you to do something to drive those customers to your product. So for me, some of the things that I'll do is I'll have like a little scavenger hunt that I create that I give to the guests as they come in and they're getting something to drink or they're getting some little snacks. And so I'll tell them it's quick and it's easy, but it's enough to get them engaged in the products. So it gets them over there so I can start talking with them. So it has things on there like, okay, ask the hostess, what are 3 items on her wish list today? List how many products have 6 or more pockets. Or how many fabrics does the organizing utility tote come in? Or, Kelly, are you bored? You're looking up to the sky. Oh, it's an animal. Okay, so definitely I think that, anything that you can do to draw them to the product, to have them asking questions and being engaged is going to be helpful to you. Absolutely. Absolutely. The scavenger hunt will definitely help, but then I would say as soon as you can stop doing those open house style parties, I would stop for sure. It's a good question though. That's good. Yeah, drawings will be good. I mean, and every now and then you're going to have amazing open house experiences, and you hear about people who have amazing ones, and I think that is fantastic, and I think that is awesome when that happens, but I just think that overall, by and large, if you can go towards the party presentation and do a small party, have a party experience, it's going to be really, really beneficial. Good. Anybody else? Absolutely. I think you guys are awesome. Okay, get off. Next Tuesday. Okay, seriously, this is going to be so fun. All right. Next Tuesday, we're having a tips from the top, but it's not a call. It's a Facebook training. I've never done Facebook training before, but I feel like it's going to be amazing. It's going to be with Shelly Hiley, who I adore. And so she is doing this super fun call about Rita and Pops. You don't want to miss it. And Rita and Pops have a baby, Ika. Isn't that great? This is going to be so fun. I can't wait. So everybody is welcome to be on the call, but I do have to invite you to the event. So in order to be invited to the event, 1, you have to be on Facebook. 2, you have to like or comment on the thread that I posted in our team group. And of course, if you are a director, so Annette, Callie, anybody else who wants to include, it's fine. But I have to know so I can invite them to the event. You might want to ask them to join my team page for a little bit. If they want to bow out of it afterwards, they can. If they want to like it, we can add them to the event and then take them out, whatever we want to do. Okay, so then once you're invited to the event, you have to click join. You have to say, yes, 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 I want to be there. Now, even if you can't get on there live, it's okay, because then afterwards you can go back and see all the different training. But it's going to be amazing because Shelly is fabulous. And so it's going to be fantastic. So, oh, good. You can invite other people once you were on the event. Okay, good, Kelly. Okay, perfect. Okay, so then you can go ahead and do that, and we can get those girls on there. It's going to be so super fun. I can't wait. So we just want to make sure that people clicked join so that we know that everybody's going to be able to be on there. It's going to be so fun. I can't wait. So make sure that you do that. Our next 210 one is a call. Then the following one is a webinar. And do you want to know what it is? So you better be talking it up to everybody you know. I'm doing a party presentation for y'all live on the camera. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo, 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 woo. We're having a party live. 31 party in the house. Okay. And then the very last one, again, will be a call. And I know we love the webinars. I love them, too. They're very fun. So we'll continue to get these on the calendar. And so it's going to be fantastic. I'm just so excited. Okay, so make sure that you guys are on the next couple 210-1 calls and tell all your 31 friends. Talk about it in our group. We got to get some people on here all partying up in the house. All right, girls. I will talk to you guys soon. And, yes, Kelly, I do, especially the 2 buds. Okay, so definitely make sure that you're getting on the Tuesday Facebook training. If you guys need anything, please let me know. I am here for you guys. I want you to all be successful in your business. I want you guys to rock this thing out. I really, really do. And you are your own boss. I want you to visualize yourself in that amazing place. I want you guys to just, I want you guys to have amazing success in this business. There isn't anything more that I wish for you. So please, please, please reach out to me, talk to me if you're about anything, because I'm here for you. All right. Oh, look at Kelly's buds. These are Kelly's flowers that she got from promoting from executive director. I sent her these, but 2 of the little buds broke off, but she put 2 best buds. I love that. They're so pretty. They're supposed to be rainbow colored. Are they rainbow colored? Okay, good, because I told them, they're supposed to be all different colors. Yay! Okay, you guys are the best, the best, the best. And seriously, thank you guys for being so awesome. You guys are amazing. Oh, this is so important. If you're not registered for National Conference, you better get registered. Seriously, I am not playing around now. You guys better get registered because we're going to have a big old party. Woo! Get registered for conference. Yeah, till the end of the month. Nancy Politi, are you registered for conference? Nancy Politi. You got a smiley face. I don't want to see. Am I at the Omni? Yes, I am. No, not you will. When, Nancy? Tomorrow, Nancy says. Okay, Emily, you need to get registered. Connie, are you still on there? I want to meet you. You got to come too. Come on, we're going to hook you guys all up together. We're going to have so much fun. You can't afford to miss it. I want all of you guys at conference. You got to be there. You got to be there. You got to be there. Oh, yes, and you get a Woo to the Who card if you do it. Nancy says she needs a place to stay. Diana's registered. Nancy, we're going to find you a place to stay. People need rooms all over the place. Do not even worry about that. Don't listen. We're not worried about the rooms. We will, that's right, Annette. We're going to hook you up. Do not worry about it. No stress or worries about roommates. Good, Connie. I want you on there. I want you to be there, Connie. Connie Keaton. I've never met Connie. You know, Connie's been a part of my team now for a couple of years. She lives in Tennessee. She's got to come. Come, Connie, come. I want to see you guys. Seriously, we will find you rooms. It's not going to be a problem. You guys have got to be there. Seriously. It's going to be amazing. You guys can't afford to not be there. Really. Okay, Nancy says. Connie's going to come there too. I know she is. All of you guys are going to be there. I'm so excited. We're going to have a big party. Okay, girls. I hope you guys have an awesome night, and I'm going to talk to you guys soon. You guys are the best. Mwah. Bye, everybody.